Hello everyone, welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I'm Rainbow.
And today before we start,
Yes.
I wanted to ask you something. I remember a few months ago, you said you went out to a really great Japanese restaurant with some of your friends, right?
Yeah.
Well, I got a good friend this week. She's having a birthday this week, I should say. And I want to take her out somewhere really nice. And she loves Japanese food. So that's what made me think of the restaurant you told me about. Do you remember what it was called or anything like that?
I know around where it is. Let me see if I can ask Alexa.
Oh,
Alexa, Japanese restaurants near me. Alexa's not responding. Let me Google it.
I think she's asleep.
She's probably
She's
sleeping.
got the day off.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah.
Japanese restaurant, hot pot. Let's say Da'an district.
Okay. Yeah, because I think if you put in just Japanese restaurant, you'll get thousands of results, right?
I know.
And we need to I can't just go to all of them.
Japanese restaurant.
What can you find? And I guess if you put the neighborhood like Da'an or Shimending or something, that should help you, right?
Yeah, we have to have the right keywords.
Yeah,
Hot
exactly.
pot. Okay. Well, the internet's kind of slow. I think I'm gonna have to get back to you on that.
Okay, well, it's this weekend, so maybe I'll get in touch with you tonight or something if you have time when you're back home to do it. But yeah, today actually we're going to be learning about how to do good Google searches.
Yes.
Level up your search skills is the title of the article. So maybe by reading this today and tomorrow as well, we'll be able to get even better results and we won't have to call 5,000 Japanese restaurants looking for the one you told me about.
Yes, Google keywords. We're gonna teach you how to do that right now.
All right, that'll save me some time. Googling something is simple, right? You type a word or phrase into the search bar and press the Enter key. The thing is, searching in this way often brings up thousands of results. There are, however, a couple of tricks that you can use to narrow down your search. One is using a search string, which is a specific combination of text, numbers, or symbols that a user enters in a search engine to get desired results. Okay, so the title of today's article is Level Up Your Search Skills. Right? When we search, that means probably we're typing something into something like Yahoo and Google.
No one uses Yahoo anymore.
I know.
It's old.
Yeah, of course. Google, and you're looking for information, and you're trying to find, anything that you're looking for. The name of a restaurant, stuff to help you do your homework, things to help you plan your next vacation, whatever it might be. You search for it, or of course, you Google it. And leveling up, well, this is kind of like in a video game. When you pass a certain level, you level up, you get better at something, you improve at something. So basically, improve how you search for things on the internet on Google. And actually, we mentioned that company, or the verb form of that company name in the first sentence. Googling something is simple, right? So yeah, of course, everyone uses the Google search engine. So Googling or looking up things on Google is simple, right? Yeah, it is pretty simple, as the article explains. And as I'm sure all of you guys know, you type a word or phrase into the search bar and press the Enter key. Okay, so yeah, searching for things or Googling things is pretty easy. But as the article says next, the thing is, searching in this way often brings up thousands of results.
Way too many.
Yeah, when we begin a sentence, the thing is, we might be showing something that's a little different, or it makes your life a little more complicated, a little more difficult. Yeah, and that's very true. As we saw, if you type in Japanese restaurant Taipei
5,000.
You'll get thousands of results, way more than you need, and you can't possibly go through all of those looking for the one thing you're trying to find.
Yeah, so learning how to search specifically is very important so that you can actually find it quickly. So the next sentence says, there are, however, a couple of tricks that you can use to narrow down your search. So when you narrow down your search, that means so that I don't get 5,000 results, maybe I get 200 and I find them in the first few minutes. One way is using a search string.
A search string.
Which is a specific combination of text, numbers, or symbols that a user enters in a search engine to get desired results. So there's a specific way you type in the information. This is really cool because when I was in school, they taught us how to Google. And they said that if you want to find the word that appears together, you can put quotations around it.
I see.
So if I just Google like Mike, there'd be a million people. But if I did your first name and last name, put quotes around it, then it would be only specifically those two words that are together.
All right.
So that's very specific.
That is very specific. And actually, that's a good tip that we're going to learn a bit more about later in the article. But yeah, definitely finding the specific results, the specific information you're looking for will save you lots of time.
Yeah.
When we use this word specific, we mean one and only one, or a very precise one out of a big group. All right, so if you go to a bookstore and you won't just walk in and say, I want to buy a book. Well, you might,
book.
But most people would go to the bookstore looking for a specific book.
Yes.
I want to buy the 4th Harry Potter book, not the 3rd, not the 5th, not a book by some other totally different writer, a very specific book, an exact book, one and only one, but out of many or out of a big group. For example, the doctor gave me a specific diet to follow. There are many diets, but if you're trying to get your blood sugar down, there might be a specific diet that you would follow, and the other ones, they wouldn't work.
Yeah, and you can't change it. You have to go by exactly what the doctor says. Okay, so the next vocabulary word we have for you is desire. This is a verb. So to desire something is to want something. When you have a desire, that's a noun. That means you have something you want to buy or to have, to go to, or to do. So I have a sentence for you. Bruce desires money more than anything else. That just means he wants it more than anything else. But I often find that when people desire money, it's not really the money they want, but they want what they think it can buy them, like an expensive car, they want to go on a trip, they want to buy a house. It's not maybe the money itself, but it's the thing behind it. So I wonder what kinds of things you guys desire. Maybe you can talk about that, but first we're going to take a break right now.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。今天的课文标题是 Level up your search skills， 让你的搜寻技能再升级。那么偏语动词 level up 就表示使升级、提升技能等级。同学们应该很常用 Google 来搜寻东西吧？那么在搜寻栏里面输入字词，接着按下 Enter 键，或是你用滑鼠点一下那个放大镜图案就好啦。可是问题是，荧幕上往往会出现数千笔的搜寻结果。所以我们要来看看有哪些诀窍可以帮忙我们缩小搜寻范围。那课文提到一个方式，就是用搜寻字串，就是在搜寻引擎里面输入文字数字或是符号的特定组合，来获得你想要的结果。好，我们来看单字 specific。Specific 它是形容具体的、明确的或是特定的。那它的副词是在后面加上 ally 变成 specifically， 那就表示确切地、明确地。再来看 desire， 它当动词就有渴望、想要的意思。那么 Mike 老师刚刚提到放大镜的英文则是 magnifying glass。好，那这边3个重点，我们进入文法时间。 好，我们来看第一个重点是 The thing is 点点点表示问题是怎么样怎么样。那这是用来引出重要的事实啊、理由或者是说明。我们常常会用到的句型就是 The thing is 逗号主词加动词，像是 I'm sorry I didn't text you back. The thing is I've been trying to do a digital detox recently. 很抱歉我没有回你讯息，问题就在于我最近试着要做数位排毒，听起来就很像借口，对不对？好 ，digital detox 数位排毒就是说你一段期间里面呢，远离了手机，远离了数位装置跟网络。好，第二重点是片语动词 bring up， 它有养育、抚养的意思。那么当受词是事物的时候 ，bring up 它可以指开始谈论或者是提出，像是提出某个问题呀、议题。那么 bring up 还可以指说让档案、图片等等让它出现在电脑荧幕上。举例来说 ，He clicked on the icon to bring up his internet browser。他点击那个图示，让网络浏览器出现在荧幕上。第三个重点是 thousands of 加上名词，它是指数以千计的、无数的。举例来说 ，The custom has been around for thousands of years。那个习俗已经存在数千年了，好几千年了。那么，接回到课文中。
Let's say you hear a cool song but don't know its title. You Google a line from the song, You are my sun, moon, and stars, but your results are all about outer space. Instead, try placing the phrase in quotation marks. This lets Google know to show results that contain the exact phrase. Type, open quote, You are my sun, moon, and stars, close quote, and you'll find the song in no time. Another way to focus your search results is to add a minus sign before an unwanted term. Perhaps you're researching Black Widow spiders, but keep getting results about Marvel's 2021 movie Black Widow. In this case, just type Black Widow, minus sign, Marvel, and voila! Okay, so there are billions of things out there on the internet, on Google, and finding what you want can be a bit of a challenge. But let's look at some ways you can level up your search skills.
Yes, so the article says, let's say you hear a cool song, but don't know its title.
This happened to me a few days ago.
Yeah, so you're outside and you're just listening to a song. You're like, I like this song, but I just remember like a line from it and I don't know what the title is, so I can't look it up. So the next sentence says, you Google a line from the song. You are my sun, moon, and stars. Oh, that's such a beautiful song. But your results are all about outer space. Well, of course, because Google thinks you're looking for sun, moon, stars. That's the solar system. So there is a trick that I mentioned before for the exact words. But first, we're going to talk about the vocabulary outer space.
Yes, because as you mentioned, sun, moon, stars, galaxies, planets. These are things that we think of as being out there in space, where astronauts go, where rocket ships travel to, and satellites spin around and things like that. When we talk about outer, this adjective basically means on the outside, okay? Your skin is the outer part of your body. Inside your stomach, where your food goes, that would be the opposite, the inner. I-N-N-E-R. And yeah, when we say outer space, we think of outside of our planet, out in space, traveling among the planets and stars. You might wonder, is there an inner space? Well, actually there is. A lot of people talk about the oceans and the seas as inner space, this kind of place that we can't live naturally. It's very mysterious. We don't know a lot about it, but it is a place that people can explore. Let's look at another way we can use this word outer to talk about the outside of something. The outer part of an apple is perfectly fine to eat.
Oh, the skin.
Yeah, it's very healthy.
It's good. I like the skin.
It's good for you. Right.
Some people would like remove it.
Yeah,
do you eat the skin?
I do. Some people don't like it on their teeth, but I think there's actually a lot more vitamins in the skin too.
Yeah.
So you should eat the outer part and the inner part of the apple.
After washing it.
After washing it, it very well. That's true. All right. So you're looking for these song lyrics, these words in a song, but sun, moon, stars, it's just giving you information about outer space. What can you do? Well, back in our article, we read instead. So instead of doing that, don't do that, do this. Try placing the phrase in quotation marks, just like you said, and just like we always mime. We kind of say quotation marks.
One before, one after.
Exactly. This lets people know to show this lets Google know to show results that contain the exact phrase. You are looking for those words and those words alone, not other things that those words might be talking about, but only those words.
And in that specific order.
Exactly. So type, quote, "You are my sun, moon, and stars," close quote, and you'll find the song in no time.
Yeah, it's such an amazing method because every time you Google, you could spend hours trying to go through all the pages, but you should be just spending seconds finding the exact information you need. Here's a word I have for you, and that's exact. And exact is very similar to the word Mike taught before, which was specific. So exact means the correct thing, that exact phrase, that specific one in that order, nothing else, the only one that could be that you're looking for. So I have a sentence for you. Although I can't remember her exact words, I could tell that she was upset. So maybe she actually said, "I'm really angry because I think you were so mean to me." But I don't remember that she said that. I just remembered her face, and her face looked like she was really mad. And then that's how I know, even though I don't know the exact words, maybe she's angry. Okay, so the next sentence says, another way to focus your search results is to add a minus sign before an unwanted term. So in math, plus means add and minus means subtract or take away. So I guess in Google that means I don't want something. So you have minus. So the next sentence says, perhaps you're researching black widow spiders, but keep getting results about Marvel's 2021 movie Black Widow. That's right, because that's a movie that was out recently with Scarlett Johansson, but you're trying to find the real spider named Black Widow, so Google gets confused. So in this case, just type Black Widow minus Marvel, and voila, that means there you have it. There won't be any movie results. There will just be spider results.
Interesting. Well, I guess maybe for our search, if we put in Japanese restaurants minus ramen, we won't get those noodle shops, because that's not where I want to go.
We want sushi or hot pot or other
fancier,
stuff.
Right? So be very careful with the terms that you use in your search. What is a term? Basically, it's a word. It's probably a noun word that we would use, like a name or something like that. We probably wouldn't consider verbs as terms because we're talking about one specific thing. And often when we use this word terms, we're talking about a special language used in a certain area of things that people do. A business term, an engineering term, a cooking term, things like that, all right? So these are special words that are used in a certain type of communication about a certain special topic or subject or something like that. There are certain terms that we don't come across very often, medical terms that doctors would use all the time, but we wouldn't understand them or maybe even know how to say them because it's kind of special words or vocabulary that's used in a certain job or area of work or life. For example, here's a good one. The contract contains lots of legal terms.
Oh, it's so hard to understand.
Where so far as, or hither unto, or who knows what all this is about, because it's very special language. But for lawyers, they use these terms or these special words all the time.
Yeah, and for us normal people, we just use normal terms, or we can say layman terms. That means terms that everybody understands that are not heretofore or all really, really fancy. So that's it for today. I hope you've learned something about how to Google, and make sure to try the quotations before for exact terms and use the word minus for what you don't need. And I think that should really improve your Google searches.
Absolutely, and we'll have more great tips just like that one in tomorrow's article. So come on back for that.
See you
We'll see you
soon.
then. Bye.
好，那假设现在要用 Google 来搜寻一句歌词，像是 You are my sun, moon and stars， 可是搜寻结果可能都是关于外太空而取而代之的做法呢，就是把歌词摆在引号里面，你就会得到有这一句歌词的确切结果了。好，我们来看两个单字 outer 它是形容外部的、外面的，那相反词是 inner 就是形容内部的、里面的。那我们文中用到 outer space 就是指外太空哦。刚刚 Mike 老师他提到 galaxy 则是指银河星系，它是拼作 Galaxy galaxy 银河系。好，下一个单字 exact 它可以形容精确的、确切的、正确的。那我们再来看另外一个搜寻的小 paper， 就是呢，在不要的字词前面加上减号。假设你要搜寻的是黑寡妇这种蜘蛛，而不是漫威的电影，你就可以试着输入 Black Widow 空格减号 Marvel， 你就可以省下很多时间咯。好，这边有一个单字是 term 它表示措辞、词语或是术语。那有一个用语叫做 layman's terms， 它是指浅显易懂的语言。为什么这么讲啊？因为 layman 它是指外行人、门外汉，所以连他们都懂的词用语，是不是就是浅显易懂的呢？好，那这边有两个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看第一个重点。副词 instead 它表示相反的、反之、取而代之的。那它摆在句首的时候，必须用逗号跟主要子句隔开。我们看个例句哦。I was going to call her, but I decided to send her a message instead. 我本来要打电话给她，但决定改成传讯息给她了。好，那么第二个重点是动词 try 后面可以接动名词或者是接不定词，可是两个代表意思不同哦。我们来看第一种用法 try 加上动名词 VING， 它表示尝试做某事，试试看看结果如何。假设朋友用讯息在联络某个人，一直都联络不上，你就可以建议他说 Try calling him on his phone， 试试看打手机给他嘛。好，那么第二个用法是 try 加上不定词 to V， 表示说设法努力去做某事。例如 We've been trying to get in touch with him all day， 我们一整天都试着设法要跟他取得联系。好，那这样希望同学们有了解两个的差别咯。那以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Googling something is simple, right? You type a word or phrase into the search bar and press the Enter key. The thing is, searching in this way often brings up thousands of results. There are, however, a couple of tricks that you can use to narrow down your search. One is using a search string, which is a specific combination of text, numbers, or symbols that a user enters in a search engine to get desired results. Let's say you hear a cool song but don't know its title. You Google a line from the song, You are my sun, moon, and stars, but your results are all about outer space. Instead, try placing the phrase in quotation marks. This lets Google know to show results that contain the exact phrase. Type, open quote, You are my sun, moon, and stars, close quote, and you'll find the song in no time. Another way to focus your search results is to add a minus sign before an unwanted term. Perhaps you're researching Black Widow spiders, but keep getting results about Marvel's 2021 movie Black Widow. In this case, just type Black Widow, minus sign, Marvel, and voila!
Hello, I'm Kim.
And I'm Oliver.
We're going to play a game called Guess the Bear where we have words on these cards and we're going to use them in sentences, but instead of using the word, we're going to use the word bear. You have a minute to guess what the word is.
All right, hit me.
All right, going first? All right, let's start. All right, this is a noun. These legal bears are like nonsense to me. The scientific bear for humans is Homo sapiens.
Turn.
Yes. Adjective. You have to tell me your bear location for me to find you. Kendra can still remember her dad's bear words.
Exact.
Yes. Adjective. The bare layer of the candy is very hard. I always wanted to go to bear space.
Outer.
Boom!
All right.
Not bad. All right.
So adjective.
Hold on, we gotta start the timer.
Oh, excuse me. Okay, and
All right.
go. Here we go. Ready?
Okay.
Adjective. He narrowed his search to a bear topic. Do you have anything bear in mind?
Specific.
As it is. Verb. Teddy bears someone to love. I can give you anything your heart bears.
Desires. Desire.
That's it. All right. One word. We were too tired to go out and eat. Bear, we ordered in. We decided not to go to New York. Bear, we went to California.
Instead.
Yes. Wow.
I didn't know I got that last one. All right, you know.
Wow, we were quick
All
today.
right. All right.
Killed it.
See you next time.